Today we are with Darrell Bailey, the ultimate Clippers fan, better known as Clipper Darrell.
I'm Matthew Royer.
I'm Benjamin Royer,
and this is Twingers Talk. Thank you for sitting down with us today, Darrell.
Man, anytime, man. Appreciate you guys, man. Much love, man. And y'all look alike.
Let's get to the questions.
Uh-oh, this cut me off.
So, you used to work in a cellular and pager company. How did you become from that industry, Darrell Bailey, to Clipper Darrell?
You know, what happened was, I worked at the company. I was a GM. I ran 3 stores. And the guy was my best friend. And he fired me. And he told me I never amount to anything in life without him. You know how you get into it, you go back and forth about certain things. I went home. I felt sorry for myself. Turned the TV on. Plopped on the couch, turned the TV on. Clipper game comes on. Said the same thing about the Clippers, how horrible they was, how they never amount to anything. I said, this is going to be my team. We're going to ride and die together. That's how I became a Clipper fan.
That's pretty cool.
How do you remain a Clippers fan when they are losing terribly?
Because it's not about wins and losses with me. It's all about having fun with your fellow fans, with your fellow Clipper fans, man, and cheering your team on to a victory.
A few years ago, Mark Cuban offered you a job with the Mavericks. What was that like?
I mean, it was an honor, I mean, to Mark acknowledge me, to know who I was, man, was an honor within itself, man. To fly me down there to Dallas, and he treated me with red carpet treatment, man. But honestly, man, it felt like I was cheating on my girl. You know what I'm saying? It felt like it was like, I didn't feel right. And, so I could definitely, I love Mark Cuban to this day. But, I bleed and I live and I drive red, white, and blue.
What are your most interesting experiences as Clipper Darrell?
Oh, man. Having players acknowledge who you are, having the team owner put you up on the team plane, putting you up in the Ritz-Carlton, having dinner with the whole organization in a playoff game. When LeBron James jumps out of a SUV and does your cheer, the UGLY, you ain't got no alibi, you ugly. And LeBron did that. And, and at the end of the year, when Kobe Bryant, the man, the myth, the legend, acknowledges, said when he leaves the game, he's going to miss Clipper Darrell. And that was an honor within itself.
You have worked customizing cars and have a Clipper car yourself.
Yeah.
Have you ever got any requests for Clipper cars?
Yes. I've done one for another fellow Clipper fan. And, he had a ball. I did a Lexus. It was Lexus SUV.
You have 4 children.
Yes.
Do they share the same passion for the Clippers that you have?
It's crazy, One of my sons is a Phoenix Suns fan. My other son's a Laker fan. My daughter is a Sacramento Kings fan. And my 13-year-old, he's a LeBron James fan. He just go wherever LeBron go. Wherever LeBron go, he go. So it don't matter. So when he went to Miami, I had to go buy all Miami stuff. So it was. And he only goes to one game a year. That's it.
This season, the Clippers completely rehauled their teams. What are your thoughts on the team and how they will do this season?
Oh man, I'm scared. I really, seeing, it's chemistry. It's just like y'all doing your show, even though that's your brother, y'all still gotta have chemistry and passion for what you do. And as long as these guys go out there and show the love and the respect for the game and love what they do, I think they could be okay. But I'm really nervous about this season.
What are your thoughts on Milos Teodosic taking over as the point guard for the Clippers?
From what I see, how you look stuff up on YouTube and they show all his good points. I ain't seen nothing negative about it. You know what I'm saying? I need to see something negative, man. And once I see that, once I see him on the court and doing his thing, then I can feel a little bit better. But what I see so far, I like.
The major move this offseason was the Chris Paul trade with the Rockets. You were very vocal about it on your social media. Mm-hmm. What are your thoughts on the players the Clippers acquired in the trade?
I mean, we acquired pieces. I just felt like we went backwards. think we went like 15 steps backwards. I feel, because I feel like we back in when we had Darius Miles, Q Richardson, Lamar Odom, Corey Maggette, that type of days where we was just a fun, exciting team, but we knew we weren't gonna make the playoffs.
So Doc Rivers was removed as president of basketball operations, and how do you think this move will put the team in a direction for the future?
Bro, it gives you the confidence now that it's two separate people. Now that he's not the president and the coach, now you can go to your coach, and that's all he is the coach. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's like going, if you're in a single parent household, it's going to your mom as the mom and the dad to do everything. But now to have that separation is so beautiful, man. I love it. Now you can just concentrate on one thing, and hopefully, man, that we can make it to the playoffs.
This season, the Clippers signed a small forward of the name of Danilo Gallinari, multiple-time All-Star. What are your thoughts on the Clippers finally getting a perennial All-Star small forward?
I just feel it's not. I always feel it's not who you get. You got to build a system in order to win. And when you have a strong system, for the past few years, the Clippers never had an identity. We never had a strong system. Everything was dependent on Chris Paul. So now, Doc Rivers, now his coaching ability, we're going to see if he's really a good coach, because now he has to build a system in order for this team to win. And we're going to see. Now, to me, sharing the ball, moving that ball around, and running a fast-paced course is the way we should go. But we'll see, man. Preseason will let us know. Seasons be here in a little bit.
How do you think a healthy Blake Griffin and a healthy Clippers team will help their chances of the postseason spot this season?
Honestly, I think Blake's going to have the career of his life this year. The reason why, I just feel he's out of the shadow of Chris Paul. Chris Paul took over his team. That's how people look at it. I don't think Chris Paul is a winner. He wants to win like anybody else. He wants to win to a championship. He made, even you as a Laker fan, you even looked at when we got Chris Paul, you even look at the Clippers different. Once he left, you like, oh man, y'all the same old Clippers.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So, but Blake is going to be surprising. Blake, I mean, you already seen it in preseason. He's shooting from the three. He's going down low, and he's passing. When you share the ball, and you share that one ball with everybody, with all your 15 guys on the team, that's championship written. If you do, that's that motto. Look at what the Warriors are doing.
What are your thoughts on Los Angeles getting an All-Star game this year?
Oh man, it's beautiful, man. You know what I'm saying? I already been signed up for a few MCing, hosting a few events for it. So I'm happy, man. I mean, this is gonna be, then my Clipper car be ready for it, man. My red, white, my half red, half blue car be ready for it. Oh yeah, it's on, man. I'm gonna have a great time. I know y'all gonna be there, right?
Yeah.
Yes, we are.
Yeah, y'all better.
Do you think the NBA rebranding the D League to the G League and their new system of making the G League more important is going to help develop players for the future?
Yes. I feel now guys don't have to go overseas. That's what it's made for. Now guys can make $200,000 a year playing for the G League, right? Now you ain't got to go overseas no more to make your money. Because before, you only made, the top player was making like $2,500 a month. That's no money. You know what I'm saying? But now you can make $200,000 a year. At least you can feed your family, and still have fun and still be in LA. That G League is going to be, I'm rebranding the G League, yes. I like the D League, but you're going to call it because Gatorade's behind it. So that's why they named it the G League. But I think it's going to be a great time, man. So if you can't make it in the NBA, at least you go to the G League, and there's other teams that can pick you up that might want you.
What are your thoughts on the one-and-done rule in college basketball, and do you think players should be able to come straight out of high school?
I think they should, because look, you can go serve your military. You can be in the military and serve your country and fight for the country at 18. Why can't you go to the NBA at 18? But it makes it better for the college, because the college, because now if you're a superstar in high school, right, you still need that 1 or 2 years to understand the game. You know what I'm saying? It was just like these interviews. You didn't just start interviewing overnight. You had to, pace yourself and understand it. And each interview is different for you.
Yes.
And that's how the NBA is. When people get that, man, it's gonna be out of sight, man. I just want to see more people understand this game and love the game and not just doing it for the money or doing it for the stardom.
What are your thoughts on all the other teams in the NBA this season?
I think Minnesota, man, I'm scared of them. You know, Minnesota got way better. You know what I'm saying? Picking up, their pieces they got. Who they got? What was the name? Guy from Chicago?
Butler.
Yeah, Butler. Jimmy Butler. You know, and picking up my guy. You know, from the Los Angeles Clippers, man, Jamal Crawford, just having that veteran leadership, man. I can see them. Definitely see them making the playoffs, man. And that's what makes it scary, because in order for them to make the playoffs, somebody has to drop off. You know what I'm saying? You got your top 4 teams that's going to make the playoffs, and everybody know it. You're going to have your top 3. You know, the Warriors, the Spurs, and Houston.
Now you could probably put the Thunder in that conversation too.
So you got 4 teams that's going to be in the playoffs. Okay, the other 4
up for grabs.
Exactly. So now, can the Clippers prosper and make the playoffs? Can they win these games? Can they play as a team? You know, look at Sacramento, because Sacramento got better. Mm-hmm. You got De'Aaron Fox. You know,
you also got Zach Randolph.
Exactly. You got that veteran leadership over there. So now, how did they didn't make it last year? Somebody got to fall off in order to make it. You got the Lakers, didn't make it for the past few years to the playoffs, but now you got Lonzo Ball in there. So, you got a Warriors format of playing. Man, it's gonna be this NBA this season. It's gonna be bananas.
What's your predictions for the NBA Finals this season?
Honestly, man, I would love to see the Clippers in it.
Obviously,
but realistically, man, it wouldn't surprise me. Honestly, it wouldn't surprise me if the Warriors or the Cavs got knocked out this year.
Both the Celtics and the rest of the Western Conference are so good this year.
But you know the team that, you're going to laugh at me right now. You know the team that, my sleeper team?
What is it?
The Raptors.
I'm not going to laugh at you. That's a good pick. You got DeRozan, Lowry.
I think they can do it. I think they can upset.
They can.
And I feel with the Spurs, with Popovich, I'm never in my life is going to ever doubt Popovich, man.
Popovich is such an amazing coach. I can build a team out of nothing.
Exactly.
And make them an all-star team.
So I can see them upsetting. The Warriors.
Well, thank you for sitting down with us today, Clipper.
Oh, man, it's easy, man. I appreciate you guys, man.
Thank you. I'm Benjamin Royer.
I'm Matthew Royer.
And this has been Twinger Talk.